Happy Father's Day to all the men out there who are fathers and good ones at that. What's going on, Crypto?
What's happening? And to those who play father roles,
hmm
um, who may not have children yet.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
true.
them
Stepdads
as
too.
well,
Stepdads
and
because remember
biological
Shaquille O'Neal.
stepdads that's raising non-biological children.
Yeah,
So you say it's also for you guys as well.
yeah, because Shaq. Remember Shaq? He considers his stepfather his real dad.
Yeah, yep. Shaq does. Yep, the stepdads.
And man, so we'll come back, and then of course we got a nice show lined up for you when we get back. And
Yep.
sit back, relax, get yourself a drink, and we'll be back.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
So what's going on, everybody? We got Tonk 7 in the building. What's going on, Tonk? How are you doing, my brother?
Keeping it rolling, baby.
Yeah. We always do, baby. That's how we do in the Fins tailgate. So quick thing, two things I want to bring up. I want to bring up the fact that so how you doing? Everything else okay though?
Yeah, I'm finally starting to get over the flu for real. So I've been working today. I'm going to be working tomorrow too, but it feels good to be getting work done again. Fuck, man. This shit had me out, dude. I wanted to go Like, I just wanted to go there just to see it and everything, the protest that they were doing today in Seattle, but I just wasn't feeling good enough to go
Mm.
because that shit's crazy. I went. I wouldn't have marched like I did in 2020. I would have just went to like where they all marched to. But there was a shit ton of people out there, and it was
You
like a
mean like
protest
what they
that
were
like,
staged in Seattle,
and it,
Tonk?
no, because it was like a protest I could actually get behind, like it was a march and
Yeah.
stuff. It wasn't a bunch of people setting shit on fire and looting and all that shit. Like I went to
Yeah.
the same one. They did the same one that they did similar to in 2020.
Some of them
They
just out
have
there
I
having a
don't
good
know
time
if there was a
smoking. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? I see a
there
bunch
was
of people out there
probably a
just drinking
pavilion
and
where
smoking. You know?
yeah, no shit, it was a fucking party, definitely.
Yeah, basically barbecuing. You
And
got some people out there
there
setting up
was
grills
well,
and
it was
cooks and
all over
shit.
the place out here.
Yeah.
It was there's the dude I managed, the artist I managed. They had a big one out there.
They
So
was barbecuing and stuff.
I mean I don't know. I didn't go, but
Oh,
probably
Oh, man.
yeah, I seen
they
some footage of the people just set up in a park, like in a little grassy
yeah
area. Before they start walking down the street or
yeah
whatever,
they
they just
yeah
set up and start barbecuing and stuff.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean
Like,
I'm not opposed to stuff like that. Like if everybody
Well,
wants to come together
y-
for what they believe is right, then they should do it.
yeah,
well,
It's just
well,
the
we got.
other
go
shit
out
that
there,
like gets in the
have a
way.
nice time, put up your
Yeah,
signs or
there's not.
whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
that's good. That's like what we need. If that's what we need in a country, is that like people really trying to be there for each other and support, situations
Yeah,
instead of just
yeah,
fucking raising like.
yeah. Just as long as it's not any damages being done or nothing, I'm all for it. Yeah, go out there, have a good time, fellowship. You know.
Oh yeah. But real quick, I just want to I want to recognize this because when I was growing up, I remember back in the day, BET used to have something called Teen Summit, and one of the hosts of Teen Summit eventually went on to MTV, Miss Ananda Lewis. Oh man, I crushed her so hard. She reminded Chili from TLC,
Yeah.
the
Oh,
girl from
hold
Fresh
on.
Prince, and her. They all look alike.
What do
Uh
you?
huh.
Okay. What? So okay.
She passed away.
Oh,
Oh,
she did. When?
she did.
Actually,
When?
yeah, last week,
Oh,
this
she
week.
did. What?
Yeah, she passed away.
I
Wow.
didn't know that.
How old was she?
Ananda Lewis, have it right here. Hold on.
That's who
Wow.
Usher dated,
She's
right?
young.
I'm
Is that
not.
who
No,
Usher dated?
no. I think she dated the girl from Fresh Prince.
No. This is the chick from TLC.
No, TLC. No, that's not a chick from TLC. Alana Lewis. She was a host.
Oh.
Her name was
Oh.
Alana Lewis. She was a host from Teens. She was one of the
Wow.
BT had this thing called Teen Summit.
She's very beautiful.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, that's young.
She was born 1973.
She's older than me.
Yeah.
She's 2 years
She
older
looks-
than me.
Well, how old is that
She
photo?
looks real good for 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
She looks damn
another
good for 52.
But hey, listen, on a good front though, this is I want to bring this up as well. Happy birthday, Marla Gibbs.
Florence.
Who's that?
94. I think that.
Mary
Florence.
from 227. There's no place like home.
I don't
Yep.
know that.
And also the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jefferson.
okay.
But I liked her better in 227. As a matter of fact,
Oh,
this
okay. Yeah, she was
227
Florence on
took place
Jefferson.
in DC. 227 took place
Yeah.
in DC. Huh?
Yeah,
Where
that
you're
came
at.
after the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that came right in the 80s.
Yeah, that was right after the Jeffersons. That was the spinoff.
Oh yeah. So
She
94
was real
years old
good.
though.
That's a long
She
time to
lived a
live. That's
long
how
life.
old That's how old my
She-
grandpa was.
She lived a complete life. No doubt she did the right
That's
thing.
a long time, dude. She saw World War II.
That's
She saw
Yep,
World War
the
II.
fullness of it. She was in full in her adult years during the World War II.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was like what? In her teens, like late teens or something like that? What was she born in 1930? What? 5? No, couldn't be 35.
No,
She's
in her,
94, so
and she
late
was
30s.
like early
Yeah.
30s, like 1929 or 1930 or 1928
Right.
or 1931 or something. Yeah. So she definitely saw like that's it.
She was born 1931.
Ah, yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she saw all that shit, dude.
Yeah. So I want to do these first segments every day. Every week we're gonna come up with different players, but the two players that I came up with is from the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. We'll start with the Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you think was a better wide receiver, Ocho Cinco or Jamar Chase? If you had
Chase.
Well,
I'm still giving
yeah,
it to
I mean,
Chase.
I'd say Chase.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Chase.
I think Ocho Cinco had like a couple good seasons, but I don't think he's had as many as.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on there. All right, and the next one,
Yeah.
if you had to pick a receiver, Justin Jefferson or Randy Moss? I'm picking Moss.
I'm biased.
Sorry.
I'm going
Yeah.
Jefferson.
I'm biased.
I'm biased. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I can't do it to
I
Jefferson.
don't.
Hey, listen, I'm picking Moss for the same reason you're picking.
I mean,
Jefferson.
but hold on a second. Hold on. You can't just be guessing
Mhm.
because they both had different quarterbacks. Okay, they both tore it up with different quarterbacks. Even though Moss went to a different team, they still lit it up like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But Moss had a longer career. I mean,
So far, yeah. So you
yeah,
got to give edge to Moss since he played long
Listen,
enough.
when I'm bringing
But
it up,
Jefferson's on his heels.
What I'm talking about, we're not talking about what they have accomplished. If I'm talking about if you're building a team.
Oh, then
that's
nope.
hard.
I'm sorry. I'm going Jefferson.
Man, that's a hard.
You made it easier for me, Shane.
I might have to flip a
I
coin.
ain't mad at you, Crypto. I'm still going Randy Moss.
I think I'm gonna go Moss.
You made it easier for me when you said that.
But I mean Justin Jefferson. I'm curious to see what they do this season with a third. Dude,
Yeah,
a third. If he
Moss.
tears it up again, that's gonna be
Telling you.
That's gonna be. He's gonna have his own motherfucking dynasty. He's a dynasty of himself. If he tears it up again, he's a dynasty of himself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, to do that with that many different quarterbacks, that's a very hard thing to do. I mean, just given the context of football and stuff like that. But like, it just shows that it's kind of like it just shows if you're a really good player, then you'll make
you're gonna flourish no matter who
you'll make
around
your
you.
other player, you'll make your opposite player better too.
Yep.
Like he let's say the player could, the quarterback could have kind of a wobbly throw or something like that. Jefferson can make up for that. Randy Moss can make up for that. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
When they can make up for the quarterback error, that's top. Like, like they're doing their job as well as they can for the most part.
Yeah, I think Jefferson had more subpar quarterbacks than Mar did. I think than Moss.
I mean that's what I'm saying. That's a hard one because he's really like, damn, it's a hard one. Like, if he tears it up again, if he tears it up again, I'm gonna give him over.
In my opinion, Randy Moss is a superior athlete, is a superior wide receiver to Justin Jefferson.
But we don't have you got Jefferson. We have you got Moss.
Yes, I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I'm biased to Jefferson, man. He's been my favorite since he's been to LSU, man.
Oh, okay. Well, see, where did Randy Moss go to college?
He went actually.
He went to.
He was supposed to go to Florida State, but he got into
West
trouble.
Virginia, didn't he? Somewhere in West Virginia.
No,
I want to say.
He sounds like he went to fucking West Virginia.
No, he is from West Virginia, but
he
was supposed
That's what I thought.
Well, let me finish. He was supposed to go to FSU, but he got in trouble and end up when he went to Marshall with
Oh,
Marshall.
Marshall.
That's what I'm
Yes,
thinking, Marshall,
that
yeah.
was it.
Yeah, he went to
That
Marshall
was
with Chad
it.
Pennington.
Yeah,
What?
Marshall.
He played with Chad Pennington?
Yeah, Chad Pennington was his
Yeah, at
quarterback
Marshall.
at Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Pennington was here
That's
that
what it
long
was.
ago? I didn't know
Yeah.
Chad Pennington was. Because, like, I remember,
Yeah.
because he was in the NFL by the year 2000, because Killer Mike had him in a song, Catch a Beat Runner like Randy Moss, with the "In the whole
Yeah.
world."
Mhm.
Oh, that was
Yep, put him in
2001.
the song.
Yeah, it was after the because they were talking about the airports. People got laid off in the airports.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and then when he said that Tom Brady looked like a girl with his long hair.
No, the mullets. He wasn't a fan of the mullets.
Oh man, Randy, dude.
Hey, by the way, did you see this? Did you see this yesterday? Tonk, where is it?
And they have that.
Yep.
No.
There you go.
No.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I mean, he does spend a lot of time in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Lady Gaga.
So,
Brady Gaga.
all right. So today I want to let's go through the AFC. Right. I want to do a fun game where next week we'll do the NFC, and then I have another segment right after that. But the game is all right. When I want to name a team, and I'll start off first. Like for instance, the future, the present and past. When I say the name of the team, like for instance, Miami Dolphins, right? We think of Tyreek Hill is their best player. You know, the face of the franchise right now. Unfortunately, the best player right now is Tyreek Hill. You think of, at least in my opinion. And then, of course, the past would be Dan Marino, and so forth and so forth. So let's start with our team, the Miami Dolphins. What do you think of in the present, crypto, and in the past? Who will be for the Miami Dolphins? When you hear the Miami Dolphins, present and past, what do you think of?
Wait a minute. Hang on, Shake.
Go ahead, Tom.
I gotta go back in the door.
Go ahead, Tom. Who do you think of Miami Dolphins, present and past? All right, don't everybody talk at
Okay,
once.
repeat the rule again. No, I had to go back through the
When
thing
I'm
because
gonna
my
name a
car's
team
on the other
in
side of the
AFC,
building.
right?
Hold on a second.
When you name a player, present and past, who do you think of when you hear the Miami Dolphins? Sheba Arby Brett says.
When I think of the
Okay.
Dolphins,
Zach Thomas,
present and past.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Greg Siegel
Yeah,
says
Marino, Zach Thomas.
No, just one player each from each. Just say
Mhm.
two players. The one player you think of from past and present.
I mean, it's a toss-up for the past to be Marino or Zach Thomas.
Okay.
I get present would be I would have said Odell Beckham Jr., but he didn't do anything really.
Mhm.
He didn't really do much.
But he's not he's not on the team right now. So I'm saying on the current team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was just on the team though.
So when you hear the Dolphins in today's,
I mean, I guess Tua. Tua.
All right, Tua. All right, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
I'd say Tua.
Okay.
I think he's.
All right. Let's talk about the New York Jets.
I
New York
do.
Jets,
I'm saying.
Sauce Gardner.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
No, I was
Yeah, we
going to
can
get
hear you.
mine too.
Okay.
Oh,
my
yes,
bad,
yeah.
my bad. I know if you want my bad. Go ahead. President.
No, it's going to be
Devontae Parker for the
the
past.
past will be
Devontae
Marino,
Parker.
and the future would be Eichenberg.
All right, that's what's up. What about Devontae Parker? You didn't say Devontae Parker.
No.
All right. the Jets. I'm gonna say Sauce Gardner, and for the past, I would say Chad Pennington. I'm biased on that one, but yeah.
I'm gonna go Jets, Corbett, and not for the
Corbett, yeah,
past. I'll go him or Joe Namath or President, and then I'll just go with Gardner. Yeah, that's a good one.
I like Sheep Army Brett, Garrett Wilson and Curtis Martin, both good players for the Jets.
Yeah.
So I don't
Curtis
really.
Martin
I mean,
was definitely good.
What's up,
I
He
Bumble?
was one of my favorite
Man,
players. Matter of fact.
Shout out to my man Kane's Steelers '89. What's going on?
does
Yeah.
what quarterback took him? Who was
Gardner
there
and
with Rex Ryan? Who was that quarterback?
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, Mark Sanchez. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts
Yeah, it
fully
counts.
as like
For the past,
but it was a long time ago now.
Yeah, it's the past.
Yeah, it counts.
Yeah. So that's who I think of for the past, and then the present would have been Geno Smith.
Okay, no, not
All right.
he's not present.
Yeah.
No, even though he's still playing in the league, but he's not with them no more. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't think of
Geno
a player
Smith.
for in today's.
You could pick
I was gonna. I say
Justin
I'll
Fields.
just.
Even though
no, that was.
he just
I
got
think
here.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
No, he's in the Steelers right now.
Yeah, but it was last season. He was there. The past couple seasons, he's been there.
Yeah,
really.
but he's still he's still not the president though.
Yeah, but I don't even know who the present quarterback is, honestly.
Well, Justin Fields is.
Justin Fields.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't pay that much.
We'll do another one.
Yeah, I don't pay enough attention to the Jets.
All right, Buffalo Bills. Obviously, it's going to be Josh Allen and Jim Kelly.
Jim
No, actually, no, but I take my back.
Quarterbacks.
Josh Allen and O.J. Simpson.
I say Josh Allen, and I don't have a past player. I never paid it to. I guess Jim Kelly, but I don't remember watching him. I don't remember. I never saw him play, so I just know of him as going to 4 straight Super Bowls. But yeah, I never paid that much attention to the Bills.
Sheba Arvin, Brad.
Well, hold on, Von Miller. Let me take that back. Von Miller
for past.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely.
Bruce Smith and Josh
Cornelius Bennett, or I'm gonna go Bruce Smith, and for the past and for the future, I can go with Allen, but that's too easy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh man, my thing went out, my screen went out. Yeah, the president will be Cook, Dalvin Cook.
Okay, Dalvin Cook.
No, James Cook.
James Cook. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Joe.
Joe Keon Coleman. Screw that. I'm mad. I should have went Keon.
Joe Ferguson, which is the long snapper, and Andre Reed.
I'm gonna go Keon Coleman. That's my favorite guy on that team.
All right, well let's do New England Patriots. Obviously Tom Brady and Christian Gonzalez.
The Patriots, Tom Brady, and then Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, he doesn't even play for them now.
Yeah, but I don't even Jacoby Brissett.
I don't think he's still on the team now.
Fucking Gronkowski, Wes Welker, Randy Moss. I don't know who.
There's a twist.
I don't know who's current on the team. I don't remember anyone. I'm Teddy Bruschi. Like I can name players. I can't name current players on the Patriots. I can't name a single player on the Patriots.
All right, Diggs and Brady. Okay, that's what's up.
Diggs and Brady was mine.
Okay, yeah. Stephon Diggs. Okay, yeah. Stephon Diggs, yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, let's move over to the AFC North with the Baltimore Ravens. Obviously, Lamar Jackson. That's.
You already know.
I can't wait for him to. I'm hoping.
And then Ray Lewis is a pass for me.
Yeah, Ray Lewis. Yeah, and of course, I'm gonna do for the past. I'm gonna do Yeah, I do Ray Lewis. I mean Ray Lewis. Ray.
So for me, the pass it's a toss up between all three. It's going to be Ray Lewis, Joe Flacco, and then T. Suggs.
Jackson.
Terrell Suggs.
Jonathan Ogden, that's a good one.
Terrell Suggs. I'll throw. Oh no. Actually, you know what? Jacoby Brissett.
Hey.
Flat out. Jacoby Brissett. One of the most.
You can
Dude,
go
one of the
Lamar
most
and
dynamic.
Saragusa.
Dude, one of the most dynamic wide receivers I've ever seen. The dude, I remember watching
You
him
said Jacoby
turn
Brissett?
around. Huh?
You say
He meant to say
Jacoby
Tyrod
Brissett?
Taylor.
No,
He meant to
Jacoby
say
Jones.
Tyrod Taylor.
No, Jacoby Jones.
Okay, you know, I heard you say Jacoby Brissett. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, he
on the
said Brissett.
Patriots. That was the Patriots. I said Jacoby Brissett.
No, you just said no. You said it earlier too for the Ravens.
For the Ravens.
No, I said Jacoby Jones.
Okay, Jacoby Jones. Okay.
So, dude, I remember watching him literally turn around to catch the ball, but put his hands all the way towards the ground and catch the ball and then keep running. It was fucking crazy, dude.
You must got them robo arms.
I mean, he was just like,
rubber arms.
dude, he was like when Joe Flacco said I'm gonna be elite and they won a Super Bowl, like Jacoby Jones had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
And then current would be Lamar Jackson or what's their running back?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Clay No, Clay Thomas didn't play on there. He played on the Packers.
All right.
I can go with Ed Reed and Lamar.
Oh, Ed Reed, damn, you got me, dude. Ed Reed.
Tony Saragusa and Lamar.
I can't. That dude.
They honored him when I was at that game.
Dude, that squad they had back
him.
then. Jeez. Ed Reed, dude, one of the most, dude.
Yeah, the Goose, man. They honored him at the game I was at, man.
He used to light dudes up, man.
Yeah.
Even look, Eli Manning didn't even play in that division or that conference, and he was even concerned about Ed Reed. He said they asked him, they said, "What's your scariest moment in the NFL?" He said, "When you're out of the pocket and you don't know where Ed Reed is."
Yeah.
I was like, damn straight, dude.
Shannon Sharp was a great. Shannon Sharp was a great man.
Oh, I don't remember him playing on the Ravens. That was
he won a Super Bowl with them.
Shannon Sharp did.
Yep.
So that must have been the first one.
That was his last one.
The first one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Lamar and Ed Reed. That was
the one in Denver. I think he won in Denver too, didn't he?
Yes, he won in Denver. Yes, with Elway.
Yeah.
He won 2.
Yeah.
So Shannon Sharp has 3 Super Bowls. Yeah.
That's how he has 3. That's how he has 3. Because I'm like, he only won 2.
His first year with the Ravens, he won. Yeah.
Oh,
he won 2
that was it. I didn't see that Super Bowl. The 2000. That was 2000.
I think so. 2000.
I think it's 2000.
99, 98, 99, and then 2003. Yeah. Because he won with the Ravens his first year.
Mm-hmm.
He retired shortly after that.
That was
He went out on top like Elway.
Ray Lewis. That was Ray Lewis's first.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Ray Lewis won a Super Bowl with Shannon Sharp. I had no idea, dude.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of time in between those players to when Ed Reed when what's his name finished compared to when Shannon Sharp started. Like how long a time.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. All right, y'all ready? Let's move on to the Bengals. I'm gonna say Carlos Dunlap for the past and the present. I'm gonna say
is he Fred? So is he Fred? So he's related to Fred Dunlap?
Fred Dunlap, yes. They're both if you go to the boardwalk, don't go to the boardwalk.
Yeah. Right. They are both from the boardwalk.
Jaw.
Yeah, gonna break your goddamn jaw. That's why Lewis is not in it. That's why you be hiding out in the chat.
And by the way,
Brady's
yeah,
goddamn dog.
89, 90, 89, 80, 98, 99, and 2001 Shannon Sharp Super Bowls. Thank you, Mudball. Appreciate
yeah, right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, Sheep Armbrat with another good one. Corey Dillon and Jamar Chase. I like Corey Dillon. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for the Bengals, I'd say hit in the past Ocho Cinco or Terrell Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Just toss up between them two, and then for present, definitely Joe Burrow.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
As Tyreek would say, Joe Shiesty. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? He's never been called Joe Shiesty.
I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'm going to go with the Icky Woods in the past and Joe Burrow in the future. For now.
Okay.
Icky Woods is my Bengals pick for the past.
All right.
I'm going to spice it up a bit. I'm going to go Icky Woods.
All right. And Cleveland, for Cleveland Browns, I'm going to say for Cleveland, I'm going for Cleveland.
I know a good one. I'm sure
Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden, the former Gator Joe Hayden.
Okay.
And Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, definitely Joe Hayden.
You want to go Kozar and Sanders or Kevin Mack?
Yeah, but hold on.
And Sanders.
But hold on. So Joe Hayden played on Pittsburgh too, though.
Yeah, but his towards his back end. But he was drafted to Cleveland.
Yeah,
I mean, I might even say for past Johnny Manziel, dude. I might even go there, dude.
Yeah, you can. He was on the team.
I might even go there, dude.
Yeah, he's the number one pick. Yeah. Johnny Manziel. I'm going Bernie Kosar.
And for the
TJ
future,
Houshmandzadeh, I can't pronounce that, but TJ. Yeah.
TJ Houshmandzadeh for the Bengals. Yeah.
And Joe Flacco for the
and Miles Garrett.
Joe Flacco for right now. Dude.
Hey, by the way, Peyton Hillis was on the Madden cover. He was on the Madden cover. Peyton Hillis. Jim Brown for Craig Sebring.
Oh hell no! Jim Brown has got to be there. Yeah, he's got to be there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Jim Brown. Yeah. I've never heard of Jim Brown on another team besides Chicago. I didn't even know he played on another team besides Chicago.
No, you're thinking about Peyton and Sayers, and Jim Brown was the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jim Brown didn't. I thought he played with Chicago. Didn't he win the Super Bowl with Chicago?
No, that's Peyton. You think about Walter Payton. That's Peyton and Gale Sayers. Those are the great Bear running backs.
So Jim Brown, did he win a Super Bowl?
No.
I think he won a title game. I think back in the 50s, the Cleveland won a championship, but it was not the Super Bowl.
It was at the NFL. Yeah, it was in the Super Bowl. Oh, right. Okay. I don't know. I thought he had a Super Bowl. I thought Jim Brown had a Super Bowl.
Nope. No Super Bowl.
No. Yeah, the Super Bowl started like later in his years. All
right. Let's do and the last team on the NFC, AFC. I'm gonna do my other Gator, Marquise Pouncey, and today I'm going to do I am going to do let's see,
Minka Fitzpatrick. Philadelphia.
You're not gonna go with Aaron Rodgers and Jerome Bettis?
No. I'm doing Marquise Pouncey and Minka Fitzpatrick.
Oh, dude!
You're gonna go with the twin, brother.
For old,
the twin.
For old, it's Mr. Chad Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu. Hell yeah, that's
Troy Polamalu. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've said his name.
Yep. That's a good one, Troy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude! I remember the first time I really watched him play. Like they played against the Patriots.
He's
and Wes Welker. Wes Welker caught a catch.
Better than DK. Look at this. Look at whatchamacallit. My Browns is Tim Couch and Gabriel Dillon.
I don't even know who that is. Yo, so look.
Damn, Tim Couch.
Wes Welker, I think this was in 2000.
That's the two great scrubs of the team. Tim Couch and Dylan Gabriel.
But it might have been better than DK. Shima Arby Brett. Appreciate you for.
Yeah, I put Bettis and Mike Wallace. No, Mike Wallace had the same era. I mean, Mike Wallace and damn, who's the goddamn
I thought wasn't Mike
he got
Wallace
traded.
an announcer? Wasn't he a reporter or something like that? Mike Wallace. This is for
No,
CNN,
here's
or-
one for the Steelers. No, here's one. Mike Wallace and Skylar Thompson.
Okay, that's what's up.
So the reason I say
I like
Troy
that.
Polamalu is because
Good choice, man. Good choice.
so Wes Welker
Yeah.
caught a catch. Wes Welker caught a catch, and as soon as he turned around the
Yeah.
run, Troy Polamalu ran and just stood right there in front of him and like bent over, and Wes Welker just got like straight up fucking, just like he like hit a wall. It was just like boom. I was like, damn. He didn't even tackle him. He just ran and bent over, and Wes Welker like ran into him. It was one of the craziest hits I've ever seen. And that was like a couple seasons before they won the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure that was the same. I'm pretty sure that was 2007 season when
Yeah.
they went undefeated, the Patriots. And then for recently, now would be Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Okay. Are we doing the Giants now?
No. Yeah, might as well do the Giants. That one, we got it.
Well, so yeah, we're done with the AFC
No.
North. So
We're doing the
NFC
AFC
North?
right now. No. We're doing
We're doing the
AFC. We're doing.
Oh,
we're doing
okay,
the AFC.
yeah.
So we did the East already. So the next team will be let's go South. And for
The
Houston, Texans, I'm gonna say I hated this guy with all my heart, but Andre Johnson. And
Oh man,
of course,
you like Andre Johnson? He beat up what's his name, Cortland Finnegan.
Man,
He
he's
beat him up.
kill us, man. Every time he
I
played,
felt
man,
bad for Cortland, man. I'm like, damn. He
every
took an
time
ass
he come
whooping
at
that
me,
day.
he would freaking make a point to beat the shit out of the Dolphins for some reason. But Andre Johnson,
Yeah, he does.
And whatchamacallit, CJ Stroud will be my today's.
Today's okay. I can go with Michael Dieter for today. I'm gonna really make it spicy. I'm gonna make it spicy for Batman. I picked Eichenberg, so I gotta go with Michael Dieter for today, and then I'm gonna go with Deshaun Watson for the pass. Oh no, Sage Rosenfels.
Johnson and Stroud, yeah, Craig Sebring. See, we great minds pick alike, man.
I'm going Sage Rosenfels and Michael Dieter. There you go.
Okay, that's what's up. Tonk, who you got, my man? Tonk, you there?
Who you got,
So,
Tony?
hold on. So who? What team were
Houston.
what
We got
With the
Houston.
Texans.
the Texans?
Yeah, I'm on the Texans.
I wanted, even though I didn't like it at all, I hated it the whole time he was there. Ed Reed for the past.
Ed
And
Reed?
then, yeah.
Was he there?
Yeah, he played there. Yep. He went there after he won. He went there like 1 or 2 seasons after he won the Super Bowl with the Ravens. Okay. And then for present would be CJ Stroud.
Okay.
Okay.
CJ.
All right, now, so we got Jacksonville. Of course,
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Well, I got a good one for Jacksonville.
Fred Taylor.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, real quick. Let me get Mario Williams and Nico for Cuba.
Okay.
Hey, Mo Cass, let's go Panthers. Hell yeah, vamos gatos, baby.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know who that
JJ
team
Watt.
is.
All right, so for Jacksonville, I'm going Fred Taylor, and today
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna go with I guess I'll have to go with the guy we should have drafted last year. God damn it.
Oh, you're talking about wide receiver. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Junior.
Yeah, that wide receiver we should have drafted last year instead of Chop Robinson. But Brian Thomas.
Right. Brian Thomas Jr. Yeah. Brian Thomas Jr.
Also,
I wanna go
Henderson and
the
Hunter.
past.
Henderson and Hunter. I like that.
Right.
For
Mark
the past would be Mark Brunell,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and for the present would be their current quarterback Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Okay, 2
Brian
quarterbacks.
Thomas Jr. Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. That's who I want. Thanks, Sheba Army Brett.
Well,
Trevor Lawrence.
my pass, I'll go with the sleeveless Tony Baselli.
And it's funny
Who
because
blocked
that's,
for him. Hang on. And I gotta go with for the present, I'll go with the what's his name? Travis Etienne.
okay,
Jalen
definitely.
Ramsey.
Definitely.
Jalen Ramsey and Fred Taylor.
Yo, what's funny about Mark Brunell is I specifically remember calling Cap. We were in middle school. No, we were in 5th grade. And I call him and he had the Beckett catalog where it told you the prices of the cards if you had this card and how what the price of it was. So I call him, and be like, "Oh, is this in there?" And I said, "Oh, I got Mark Brunell," and he looked it up. He's like, "Oh, it's worth 42 cents."
Yeah.
like that's
42 cents at the time.
Yeah. Like I used to call him all
Probably
the
could
time.
get $10 for it now.
Because he'd go. He like one of us every couple months would buy an edition, and so we'd call each other whenever one of us had the newest edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were big into. That was what kept me, I don't know. That's what kept him and I as friends, really, because we didn't live close to each other for a large part of our lives, and so it's hard to manage a friendship. If you don't hang out, especially in the 90s, you know what I mean? And so that was really the thing that kept us as friends because we both loved that.
So Joe Riss, what we're doing is we're picking up we're just thinking of a player from back in the day and present of the team. So if I call out a team,
Joe's like, "Should I come through?" He's like, hey, where the chicks at, man? Like, what's going on?
Just don't give me the details. I'm in on it.
All right, Jacksonville. We did Houston, Jacksonville, or let's see,
Tennessee.
Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna go with Doc Brown.
Okay.
Reginald Brown.
So I thought.
My past Titan and the present would be. Let me see. Who do I want for the present? Oh damn! Who's? Damn! Who plays for him now?
I know. They got one of the most unknown. Oh, it's easy. I make it easier.
Who?
Titans. I'll go Warren Moon and Cam Ward for me.
So
Cam Ward. There you go. I'm going Doc, Reginald Brown, and Cam Ward.
All right, think about this.
Yeah. I'm going
Young,
Warren Moon and Cam Ward.
I'm going Vince Young for the past.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Moon. That's a good one.
And for current,
Chris Johnson and
the quarterback. Their quarterback. What's his name that used to play for the Miami?
Yeah, Cam Ward.
No.
Everybody big going with Cam Ward. Yeah.
No, I guess that was a long time ago. Like, who was their last quarterback?
No, the quarterback this year used to play for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about him.
You talking about for this year?
Yeah.
No, it was like last year or the season before. He used to play for the Dolphins. Ryan Tannehill.
Talking about Tannehill?
Yeah.
For the past?
Oh,
well, I mean, I don't know. He's not that past. He's not that far as like Vince Young. But I guess Cam Ward.
Though. He's not in the present.
Yeah, Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Earl Cam Ward.
Cam Ward freshly mentioned. Who did Sheba? How many draft pick?
I think Chris Johnson would be one of the first players taken.
Chris Johnson's a pass.
Yeah, I was thinking
Warren
him
Moon.
too.
Warren Moon was another one. Warren
Yeah. And the player
Oh,
that
they had Cortland Finnegan.
well, rest in peace to the player that committed suicide.
On their team?
Yeah, Steve McNair, right?
Who committed suicide?
Steve
Oh,
McNair.
you're talking about him. Okay, I thought you said recently. I'm like, what news did I just miss? I thought you were talking about recently somebody just committed.
I think that was 2011. Steve McNair died.
Right.
All right. Let's move. Last but not least, the Colts. I'm gonna go. Now I'm gonna go Edric James, Anthony Richardson.
Okay. Yeah.
Earl Campbell and Xavier Restrepo for Lewis.
So I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna say for the pass. I'm gonna say
Earl Campbell and Restrepo. Damn.
For the pass.
That's for the Titans, right? Restrepo, they did draft Restrepo.
No, Restrepo was he plays for the Titans. The UDFA.
Titans, right? That's what I said. They drafted him.
No,
to go with Cam Ward.
He was UDFA.
Yeah.
Reggie Wayne.
They got him so he could be there.
That's a good one.
Reggie Wayne for the Colts. I'm going to go Joseph Adai and Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, okay.
So
running backs.
Another player we should have drafted.
Adrian James, yeah. Yep. Another guy we should have drafted. You can go running backs with them, man. Adrian James with Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. I wouldn't have died. But yeah. The die was good.
So I was gonna say I was gonna say Peyton Manning, but I'm gonna go with Dallas Clark for the past, and then for the present would be Anthony Richardson.
And you know what's funny is
there you go.
What's funny is when I went to I have it here somewhere. I can't find it, but I do have it here. I have a towel. They gave me a blue little towel when I went to the Colts game with a 44. They were honoring Dallas Clark that game that I went to.
Oh yeah, he was a really good. Yeah, I mean Peyton Manning used to talk about him all the time in interviews. Like when they'd interview him after the game, he'd mention Dallas Clark all the time.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now we're gonna set.
Dallas Clark, man, he punished us on that touchdown drive, man. 80-yard touchdown from freaking Dallas Clark.
He was badass, dude.
Bob Sanders.
Peyton would just say that Dallas man is Dallas.
That's a good one. Bob Sanders. That's a good one. I like Bob Sanders. He was a small little Mighty Mouse. I call him Mighty Mouse.
All right, and now let's move over to the West for Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna go Matt Moore for the past and the present. Taylor Swift.
The Chiefs.
There you go.
Does that count?
Chris Smith. Count? I'm not gonna go to obvious Mahomes. I'm going Chris Smith. Chris Jones. I said Smith. Chris Jones for present. And Steve DeBerg for the past.
For past, I'm gonna say Tyreek Hill. For present, Mahomes.
Dude,
I'm going Steve DeBerg. Len Dawson.
Stokely and Taylor. Nice one. Stokely and Taylor. Hey, listen, Gonzalez. Oh, yeah, I like Gonzalez, too, in Mahomes.
Gonzalez, yeah, that's right. That's a good one. Gonzalez and Mahomes.
Yeah.
Len Dawson, that's right.
I forgot. I remember him when he went to Atlanta. That was when I remember.
And who's that quarterback that was smoking cigarettes during halftime on the Kansas City?
No, hold up.
That was back in the day.
No, Andy Reid. Fuck the bullshit. Andy Reid for pass. And Patrick Mahomes for present.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm saying Matt Moore for past because I love Matt Moore.
Matt Moore, there you go. Yeah.
And for present, I'm gonna have to go with the tight end, Kelsey,
Kelsey,
Mr.
okay.
Mahomes, Mr. Swift,
Yeah.
Travis
Y'all
Swift.
went with the Berg. Well, I'm gonna
Hey,
switch the Berg out. I'm gonna switch the Berg out for Christian Okoye
hey, Travis is
for my
his name is
pass.
his name is
You got that?
Travis Swift. T.S. Travis Swift.
My pass is now
Joe
Christian
Montana.
Okoye.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's
Derek
who I'm.
Thomas and
That's who I'm
Kareem
picking.
Hunt. Hell yeah, I like Kareem Hunt. I like that pick, Lou. All right, the Chargers. Let's talk about the Chargers. Obviously, I'm gonna go with the. Listen,
Hold on.
everybody talks about Tyreek having kids. Holy shit! Fucking, he has nothing on this dude. Damn it, what's the quarterback that played for the Chargers? Philip Rivers.
Which
God
one?
damn, that guy
Rivers?
has a. Yeah, that guy has an
Yeah,
army of
Rivers.
kids.
Well, actually, Ryan Fitzpatrick definitely have a, but he got like 16, 17 kids too. He's got a lot of them too. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
LaDainian Tomlinson, baby. Leia, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Philip Rivers. And for today, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with everybody's favorite quarterback.
Herbert.
What's his
Yeah.
name? Trevor Lawrence? Oh no. What's his name?
Oh,
Who's the
Hubert.
quarterback? Everybody
Herbert.
wanted? Herbert, yeah,
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Breeze and Bosa. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go unorthodox. I'm gonna go McConklin. Since everybody get, I'm gonna pick Lars, and then my old pass, I'm gonna go Stan Humphries. Somebody who burned us dearly. Yeah, Stan
Damn.
Humphries. No, Ryan Leaf. God damn it.
Ryan Leaf. Okay.
Ryan Leaf. That's what I'm doing. Ryan Leaf and freaking damn Joe Alt.
Who you got, Tonk?
The Chargers.
Yeah.
So the pass
Yeah.
would be Philip Rivers.
Durham James or Mac. Oh yeah.
Philip Rivers for the past, and for the present would be
Merriman.
Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I want to go with Kevin Winslow. I just thought about Kevin. I can't leave out Kevin Winslow.
The Raiders. I'm gonna say Bo Jackson. I can't forget Bo Jackson. And
He was the best on the Tecmo Bowl. Everybody remember Tecmo Bowl, right?
Yeah,
He
Bo
was like
Jackson.
a beast on Tecmo Bowl.
And for the and for the present is Christian Wilkins.
Yep. Christian Wilkins for the president. That's
Junior
it.
and James. Oh yeah. Junior Seals and James.
I'm gonna go something controversial.
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs and freaking and Jerry Rice.
Well, shit. You know what? I picked OJ Simpson, so
yeah, for the Bills, right?
But you know
So
what?
give me
You know
Ruggs.
the difference between OJ Simpson and Ruggs? One was actually found guilty, so
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. One of them was found. Well, I think he pled guilty, didn't he? Eventually,
Yeah.
didn't he end up pleading guilty? Yeah.
Howie Long is a good one.
Howie Long.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for the Raiders,
Ken Stabler.
I'm gonna say John Madden. John Madden for the Raiders.
Oh yeah, he's so by that's it. Yeah, Madden. Yeah, the great Madden.
And for the current, I mean, also I'd like to say actually, I gotta give it to he was drafted after he won the national championship with the Gators. His last name started with an E.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name. It was a Hispanic dude. His last name started with an E. I remember that. But he was drafted by the Raiders. So that's who I'm gonna go. I forgot his name though.
Tim Brown.
He played with Tebow. He played with Tebow. And then for current, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
All right, so we got one more.
I'll
team.
go. Hang on, I got a couple for the past. I'm gonna go with Kenny Stabler for the past, and the present. I'll just go with Renfro.
And of course, And then last but not least, the Broncos. I'm gonna go with I accidentally had sex on Instagram. My uncle Shay Shay.
Damn. Yeah.
And the
Shay Shay.
president, I'm going Patrick Surtain Jr.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go the legendary John Elway for the past, and then I'll go with for the present. I'll go with fuck it, Mims. That's what I do for president. Elway to Mims.
All right, so y'all know the game next week. Not next week. In 2 weeks, we're doing this every other
Raiders,
week,
Chargers, and that.
season. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna do the NFC. But I have another game.
We're gonna do the NFC.
I want to shift gears. I want to have a but for let me see who else they got. Davis and Sutton. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Terrell Davis and Sutton.
Terrell Davis?
Craig Morton. Yeah. That's a throwback there.
The guy
Jesus.
who picked the first round was a punter. Holy shit. The fuck?
Yeah.
TD, Terrell Davis.
Classic.
I thought you were talking about TD Finstock.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Gee, I was like, damn, when did TD Finstock play for the Broncos?
Mm-hmm.
They probably hired him after that 70-point beatdown. They probably needed him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They needed that. They needed TD for that.
Darius Thomas was another good one.
Oh, yeah, he was on our team. Did he die in like an accident? And he had a tragic end. Didn't he pass away? Didn't Demaryius Thomas pass away?
Yeah.
I thought he did. In like 2016, 2017. Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Tim Tebow and whoever they got now. I like
for the Raiders.
No, Broncos.
Broncos. Tim Tebow.
Oh,
hey,
Broncos.
You know what? I agree with you 100% on that one. So, hey, real quick. So let's shift gears into the new this new topic. All right. See, in the United States, we there's like four or five major sports. You got, obviously baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer, right? Boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's some other sports, and I want to get people's opinions. Like, for instance, would you consider bowling a sport?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Now, would you consider bowlers athletes?
I mean,
yeah, partially
professional, because you know what?
I wouldn't consider professional. I would call them skilled tacticians.
Well, I mean, they have to have. You have to be you have to be functional to play.
You have to be.
Try to go bowling if you have injuries and shit. Like, you're not going to be able to do it. So
Joris says no, they're not athletes.
I don't know. It's not like they're sprinting but they can.
Yeah, they're not doing it. They're not endurance athletes. They can sedentary. What's the word I'm looking for? Sedentary. What's the word? Something. They're like stationary athletes.
Okay, Lewis says yes. He considers them.
They're athletes. It's a sport, but it's a non-athletic sport. I guess if you're running down to the line and you got to stop on a dime and turn your arm at an angle to spin the ball at a right precise moment to make it curve and hit a strike.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I say they are highly skilled.
All right. I was gonna go there, but yeah, since Joris asked, is poker a sport?
No,
I think it's a game. I don't consider it a sport, but I call it a game. And I think I
wouldn't say it's a sport. You're not using anything other than your mind.
What about darts?
Darts, it can be borderline a sport. That can be something that takes I
would say
it takes some endurance to do because you got to be precise.
I think
got to be accurate.
I think darts is up there with table tennis.
With table tennis.
But you have
But
to
you're
be
constantly
athletic.
moving.
Table tennis is way
No,
harder.
you're
than
more of an
darts,
athlete.
dude.
Yeah, you're
Dude,
moving
table
more
tennis is
constantly.
Yeah.
You're an
Table
athlete in
tennis is
table tennis.
crazy, dude. That's that, like,
Yeah, table tennis, I would call them athletes. Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, dude.
You're an
Like
athlete as a
you
table
can't
tennis.
fuck
Because you're
around and play
moving
that game. Like,
constantly.
Uh-huh.
you'll get
You're
smoked by
constantly
somebody.
your fast twitch muscles are
You gotta have
moving.
precision.
Yeah,
you gotta have precision. You have to have
I'll
precision
Yeah.
to stay hard too. So,
Dude,
Eye contact.
darts,
I
I
will
would
put
count
darts
way
in
less of it.
I will put darts in the category of archery.
Yeah, like more like a contest in a sport.
Yeah, it's more like you sit there, you
Because
rest,
you're,
you
like,
draw back
like
the
you
you
literally can
wait
have a
and you let
cigarette.
go.
You can have a fucking cigarette in your mouth, like, while you're fucking doing it.
Pretty much.
Like, you don't have to
Yeah.
put the you don't have to put the cigarette down to make shit happen.
That's
Like,
put it like this, Shake. That's a sport I could have 12 jelly donuts and still win first place.
uh-huh.
you just like, dude, Shake, you could go to Bob Evans for breakfast and go play darts after and be good, bro.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what you do. Hey, listen, you can do that with bowling too.
I don't know,
you
man.
can
I
do
gotta
that for
chill
bowling.
I gotta chill for a minute before I go bowling, dude. I just had
Yeah,
12
listen,
pancakes.
I could drink beer and smoke a cigar while I bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are people. You see the stuff they be bringing down in these bowling tournaments.
They'd be
The
like, "Who do
plates
you
they
think
be
you
having.
are? I am."
Yeah, you can have a good time bowling.
No, hold on a second. Cornhole.
Cornhole. Yeah, that's like shuffleboard.
That's kind of up there with. That's almost kind of with darts.
Yeah, that's up there with dart, shuffleboard, croquet.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Croquet. I don't know. Croquet is like soft polo.
All right. What about horse racing? Are the jockeys athletes?
Yes.
I don't know.
I agree.
Yes, they're definitely athletes. You got to be strong to tame that beast.
Yeah, they got to be.
You got to be to control something that large at a high rate of speed, 60 miles an hour or something like that.
Plus they sit up. Plus they stand. Plus they stand. You know, they're
standing the whole time.
Yeah, so they're. It's not just like standing and not moving. They're like, yeah.
You got to be somewhat strong to do that. And
Yeah,
you got to have endurance.
Yeah, definitely.
Control where that horse is going.
Plus, it's dangerous.
Horse races.
Too.
I would say jockeys are probably just as big as athletes as freaking basketball players.
Joby Shiva says no on that one.
On jockeys, horse jockeys,
they're
probably the best athletes of all sports.
Well,
soccer players.
I like
soccer players.
Yeah, soccer too. Yeah, you gotta have endurance for soccer.
Golfers sports or athletes?
Hold on, say
they're
that again.
Like baseball.
Golfers.
They're borderline. No, but I'm not giving them an out because they take a golf cart and study walking across to the 18th hole.
If they're walking the whole time, I'll give it to them. But if they're riding the golf cart, bro.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to them. They're riding golf carts.
Anyone, anyone can roll up on a golf cart and
they're not athletes. You see how big John Daly is?
Yeah,
He's
dude,
500 pounds.
Exactly, and he smokes cigarettes, dude.
Golfers are not athletes. It's a non-athletic sport.
Like John Candy. He's like a John Candy killer.
Like John Candy, right?
Damn, Tim Armstrong was like, hell no, golfers are not athletes.
They're not athletes. There is a non-athletic sport. That's what it is. John Candy, that's right.
Hey, DDG says rugby and hockey players are the best athletes.
I can say rugby definitely. Hockey too. Because you're constantly moving. That's true. Yes.
Definitely. Soccer is definitely
brutal because you got to cut on a dime and.
Well, I don't know. Soccer for me is the highest because, like, I've been to soccer.
Because you're constantly moving.
They just are running.
I don't think you ever really stop in soccer until they put you in the field.
They run a crazy amount. Like rugby rugby is all upper body strength and serious weight and physique versus soccer is just like you gotta, you don't want to be as super big and stuff. You want to be able to run fast and have really good legs. So like, it's just a different type. But yeah, definitely soccer. Rugby, yeah, definitely. Football, basketball is crazy. Like basketball is crazy, dude.
Yes. Yeah, we consider professional ping pong players athletes. You got to be athletic.
Yeah.
It's
professional
table
ping pong athlete. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Hell yeah.
You're moving your arms constantly, or at least one of your arms for the most part.
If you try to play someone good at that game, you'll get whooped quick.
Yeah. I don't see too many 400-pound ping pong players.
Exactly. Or bicycling, I guess cycling.
Let's say professional ping pong players, because there's some
freaking triathlon. Triathlons.
Oh, those are the greatest athletes out there.
I seen that. The first time when I first moved to Seattle, I went out to what's called Port Charlotte. This was before 2020 when like shit was really popping out here. And this is the one time I really actually saw what I feel to be cold climate people, because like everyone that was there, like this is way in the peninsula, in the Olympic National Park area, and like everybody that was there were like either Native American looking, or of descent, or they were like real Russian. They looked Russian. They look like real northern Russian type of people, and they were just like in the cold ass water, swimming, riding a bike. I was like, yo, I've never seen anything like this.
And the first leg of that tonk is the 2.4-mile swim.
Yeah,
to me,
dude.
I think Lord said it. It is their greatest athletes of all, because you're doing everything.
The end. So where I was the end of it, where they came up swimming and then got on a bike. Swimmers. And that water is, dude.
Because every muscle in your body is being moved. It's
dude, that shit is crazy.
You gotta have endurance, strength, and stamina.
Just crazy, dude.
Because after the 2-mile swim comes the 26-mile bike ride, followed by a marathon. That's like insane.
It was just like coming from Florida. You see, just everyone's tan and it's hot and shorts and you're in the water, like everyone's in the water at the beach. But out there, it was like the same thing. But
listen, I could vouch different. I could vouch for the statement. I am Cuban. I got to go with swimmers. Hell yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude.
Yeah, you can't let up in swimming, because if you let up in swimming, you go down.
Hey, by the way, listen again. I said it. I'm saying this because I am Cuban. You know, you heard the joke. What happens when a Cuban gets a flat tire?
They sink.
Yeah, they drown. Yeah,
they drown.
Yo, hold on. But for real though,
pretty much.
My cousin's dad was born in Cuba. I'm pretty sure he was born in Cuba. But it was right around when Fidel was taking over and stuff.
59.
He even knew people that were involved in the Bay of Pigs, like when Fidel let out all those prisoners and all that stuff. Like they knew people involved in all that. So they had stories of people, floating from Cuba to the United States, and hammerhead sharks would come up and they would nudge on the rafts and stuff and try to knock people into the water. And it's just like, oh my gosh, dude. That had to be terrifying, man.
Yeah, that's got to be scary.
Oh my gosh.
Tiger sharks are the worst.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean, I'd rather try to make it in through Mexico and go to customs and all that before trying to dodge.
You try to go on a raft.
You'll go to jail doing that. Here, you'll die. Like that's just crazy, man. That's true life. Yeah. That's
another one, another person, another group of people that don't get the love they get. Dancers, and I'm not talking about strippers. I'm talking about professional dancers.
Oh, like cheerleaders.
Yeah, no, not cheerleaders. They do dance competitions, not cheerleaders, but they do actual dance competitions.
Yeah. Well, cheering, but cheering does both though.
Yeah,
they do both. But
the thing is, as far as going back to the swimming thing, You want to know the most grueling sport to train for? It's actually synchronized swimming. Synchronized swimming for the
Oh yeah, I don't
Olympics.
even.
That's the most grueling training
Oh
regimen
yeah, because
out
they
of all of them.
swim. Because the way
Because
they
they have to have
swim.
the whole day breath, and they have to be in sync with one another. And most of that stuff is done underwater without oxygen.
Yeah.
So their training is the most
That's
grueling
more like
training
a.
out of all
That's
of
more
them.
like. Well, that's more like an art form.
My wife
Yeah,
was
all the
my
movements
wife
they
was
got to do
That's
is
more
without
like an
breath.
art form. It's a sport,
Hmm
but it's more of an art form.
I'm just saying, you have to
Yeah,
be athletic to do that.
you got to
Oh
be
hell
definitely
yeah,
athletic to do that. To be a synchronized swimmer, for
dude!
sure.
Go swimming at all and use all your muscles. Like you'll be worn out pretty fast.
Hmm
Yeah, there's stories. There's stories where Zach Thomas on a bet went to swim out and almost drowned. He was saved by a Navy SEAL or Marine. I think no, a Marine. He was saved by a Marine.
What did he get caught in, like a riptide or something?
No, he went to swim in the middle. Him and the guy, damn it, the other guy who he looked like, they call him Barney and Rubble. I can't remember his name. Yeah,
Barney
him.
and Rubble.
As a matter of fact, he saved both of them. Damn, what's his name? He went to the Patriots, won a Super Bowl. Man, I can't remember. Larry Izzo. It was Zach Thomas and Larry Izzo on a dare. Both went out to the middle of the ocean to swim, and they almost drowned
Yeah.
because they ran out of
Close
stamina.
calls out there on the ocean, man.
All right, let me ask y'all this. All right, let's do it this way. Who do you think has the best stamina out of all the four major sports? Hockey, basketball, football, and obviously I'm not gonna count baseball, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Hold on, ask that
sitting
again.
there. I'm gonna go hockey.
Can you ask that again?
Stamina wise,
Stamina.
who has the most stamina out of the four major sports?
Basketball and football. Who do you think has the best stamina?
Soccer.
No, soccer. Obviously.
Yeah, you add soccer.
I'm talking about the three sports I mentioned: basketball, football, hockey.
I think I want to say basketball because hockey, you're glide like you.
Hockey.
Well, I actually I don't know because that's a lot of work to stop on ice and like turn and be quick. I want to probably hockey. Yeah, probably.
I'm going with hockey.
It's gonna have a slight edge over basketball. It's gonna have a slight edge over, but basketball.
But then again, they do get the rest too in hockey.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, I've been to a lot of basketball games and I've been to a few hockey games, but basketball is. But yeah, hockey. Yeah, I got to give it to hockey.
It says in 30 seconds to a minute, they have to go all gas, no brakes. Joris, hockey locker room.
For hockey. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. I'm not basketball. All right. Here we go. Basketball, hockey, football. I'm gonna even put baseball. Who do you think are the strongest?
Football.
Out of those four major sports.
Football.
Far
strongest, as far as it takes the most strength to play.
Yeah, football.
Basketball, you don't necessarily need to be strength. You got to be a finesse person in basketball.
Look at Kevin.
Yeah, like Clay,
Steph Curry's not the strongest.
Steph Curry would not
He's
make
just
it
fast and skilled, right?
No offense to him.
I mean,
he could, but
it'd be tough.
Yeah,
body makeup. Like
LeBron James is like the only basketball player that really talked about playing football, but it's LeBron James. Like Shaq could have played football.
Yeah, Shaq definitely.
Right. Same four sports, but which one do you think is you have to have the more psychological? Is the more you have to have more astute, be more aware. Better
your brain, as far as your mental side of it.
Yeah, mental fortitude.
For which sports?
Off the same sports.
I'm gonna go football. A lot of moving parts in football versus the other organized team sports.
Yeah, yeah.
I say football.
I
There's
mean,
more
because if you're
moving
not even
parts.
looking, if you're not even looking in the right direction, it's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. Basketball, everyone has their eyes on the like.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
one
lot
person
easier to
can
have your
just
eyes
take
on the
over and
ball
dominate
in
and affect the
basketball,
outcome.
but football, it's like, I mean, we don't even like it's hard to see over all those players when you have to throw the ball. Like Drew Brees used to have to stand on his tippy toes almost to see
Yep.
over his offensive line, and he was still the most accurate player to ever play. So, but if his player that he's thrown to isn't looking exactly where he needs to, then it's not going to
Right.
happen. Versus basketball, yeah, you have a little bit more time to make decisions. So yeah,
Mhm.
probably football.
And one thing about football versus if you look at all of them, that's the only sport that doesn't do a best out of three because you
Mhm.
Because
can't.
it's too hard and long of a game. You can't. The players won't. The players can't have that much. They'll be destroyed by the end of a season.
Can you imagine if football has
Right.
82 games?
Yeah, no, you can't have that, dude. That's like 3 seasons, right? It's like 4 seasons. No, you can't. The players won't make it. The
Yeah,
players they'll have
you have to play twice a week or three
even if
times
they're
a
not
week.
getting injured, they're still banging their bodies around and hurting
Actually, it
themselves.
is possible only if you had a 300-man roster.
Mhm.
Then
Right, right,
everybody can play. You can
right,
rotate
right.
people every
Yeah,
third game.
yeah,
If you had a
yeah.
300-man roster, then
That
you
would
could
be
do
the
it.
only way. That would be the only way to do it. There's no other.
Yep, that's how you do it. Just increase the roster size and boom, got an 82 game schedule.
300-man roster. You got like 5 quarterbacks.
5 different quarterbacks. There you go. You rotate them like pitchers, like in
But
baseball.
that would be crazy because then by the end of the season, you would know you would have a perfect team. You could have maybe a perfect team.
You
Like
have a little healthier and
you would
just play
have,
all the
yeah.
people, all the non essentials first, and take a chance, and then stop cycling in your best
But like
players
you
to
just, yeah,
eliminate.
you just, yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yep. Just cycle them in the middle of in about the middle of the season, game 40, then start putting your actual guys in there for the stretch
I mean,
run.
if we get, dude,
It'd be interesting.
if we get like people that own live teams, if we get
Hmm.
that kind of money in the NFL, trillionaires, then we might be able to have stuff like that.
DDG, what do you think of this statement? DDG says hockey is the goalie is the most difficult sport position in these sports.
Oh yeah, because you're trying to stop a fast-moving puck
No,
at 100
no,
miles an hour into the net, but he's all
Yeah,
padded up. He's got like 100 pounds worth of clothing on.
I'm
yeah,
not saying
How can he
I'll
not
give it
stop a
to.
flying puck?
No,
I don't give a fuck.
I'd rather be a hockey goalie than have to
You
play
know?
volleyball.
Yeah, volleyball. Yeah, try to stop volleyball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
try to stop a volleyball a bunch of times a game versus
Yeah.
hockey.
According to Sheba
Mm.
Army, but a soccer goalie is harder.
Right.
That was one of my favorite
Really?
sports in Olympics
Okay.
is the two person or 2 versus 2 beach volleyball.
All right.
Oh man, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
Mm.
bigger net too. Yeah, bigger net. Not to mention he doesn't have any of that padding either. You can imagine how fast those balls are going at him. Pause. When the guys are kicking him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his hand, yeah, but he has padding on his gloves.
Yeah, but not his chest.
Yeah,
If
they
it
have
kicks on his ribs
crazy.
Yeah, but he's trying to stop the ball with his hands. He ain't.
and his
He's not
head
trying
too.
to. Yeah, yeah, but
Mm.
There's times where if he can't stop with his hands, they use their body to slow the ball down.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, they got all kinds of gear on.
And also, I see him jump in the air and land on land on. You know what I'm saying? Land on. Can you imagine jumping in the air, landing on yourself? Shit.
Who, hockey goalies?
Yeah. Oh, trust me, you ain't the only one because I love tall women, man. When I used to work at the university, my favorite thing to do was watch the women's volleyball players. There was a lot of women from Brazil on the team.
Yeah.
A lot of tall women from Brazil with the little shorts.
Yeah. Brazilians have a lot of endurance. That's probably why they probably get the endurance from because of the sport. Soccer.
Yeah, you need endurance for that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I think a hockey puck travels faster than a soccer ball.
In soccer ball, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
With
That's
more
probably
force.
why they pad it up like they are, because they're trying to catch something so small at a high rate of speed. Because that can be that's a missile, basically. Coming at you at how many miles per hour? Something that small, a rubber puck, a rubber disc.
Hockey goalie. Oh, look, okay, here we go. Here's another case for I guess the hockey goalies just reach out. Soccer have to run and dive sometimes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gotta dive and land on their sides and land on their back.
Yeah,
land on
no,
their heads.
yeah. I mean, yeah, they definitely put themselves in harm's way to stop that ball. They even had remember when the USA team was in the Olympics and they kept coming out with all those memes of the guy. They said he should be the Secretary of Defense because he kept stopping all the balls and stuff. And there was all these memes and stuff of him like like a tank. I don't know. I forgot what.
Yeah,
they
I remember
were,
that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was.
He was
Yeah,
so
it was
good
like, all
in
right,
stopping goals.
the new Secretary of Defense.
Craig Sebring, thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you. Hey, Tonk, you excited for the World Cup to be in the U.S., Canada, and Mexico?
Absolutely. I've been talking about that on your show and my show because they're gonna have
What do you mean, U.S., Canada, and Mexico?
Because all the qualifying events for the
Hard
World
Rock
Cup
is going to be hosting some games.
So Mexico, Canada, and USA are going to be hosting the different rounds. Like we looked at it the other day on TMI. There was the Miami game. It's like round 32, and then there's the one here in Seattle that was literally $1,300, and then the one in Miami. Excuse me.
$1,300 for a round?
Yeah, dude, and here in Seattle, $1,300.
Damn.
And then there was a game, and then they had a qualifying event in Miami. It was like $32. But yeah, they're gonna have a qualifying events all over these three countries for the World Cup. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool. I'm gonna try. I want to go to one. I don't know.
Basically depends on what bracket you in. You might play in Canada one day and you play in the U.S. another day. Yeah, that's how they doing it.
I'm sorry. Ask that again, Crypto.
Like depends on the bracket that you're playing in. You're gonna be in one country one day and another country another day.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I had a chance in '94 to go to the World Cup when it was in Chicago.
I mean, if I find, I didn't look up other games, but if there's cheaper games here in Seattle, I'm definitely gonna go. That's cool. I went to a game years ago.
It was in Soldier Field.
I watched the Sounders play the Mexican national team. It was called the Players Cup. It was dope, man. It was super dope.
You said the Players Cup or
Yeah,
Cup.
that's what. Yeah, that was the game I went to. It was it was a world game. It was versus it was the Sounders, not Team USA. It was the Sounders. They played I don't know if it was the Mexican national team, but I know it was a Mexican team. So that was really cool to like kind of like experience just that culture. Because for that team, there was a lot of people that are from Mexico that were there. So it's like you got to kind of be in the real culture of it. Because pretty much every country besides here in Canada are like obsessed with soccer.
Yeah, it's a world game. It's a global game.
Yeah.
You
like,
said they even like it in Cuba, right, Shake?
What's that?
soccer? Is
Soccer.
We
soccer
don't
big
play
in
soccer
Cuba?
in Cuba.
Huh?
They don't play soccer in Cuba.
They play
Oh, they
baseball
don't?
in Cuba.
Oh, baseball.
Baseball,
Okay.
boxing, and cigar.
Oh, okay.
And cigar.
Cigar. Is
Okay.
that a sport?
Yeah.
Is that a
That's what I'm
sport?
saying. Is that a sport? Do you need to be an athlete to play cigar?
Yes.
To
yes,
roll
we do.
cigars, yeah. You can't have no busted ass fingers rolling cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, my favorite
It's
sport.
a skill. It's a skill. It's a sport. I would call it a sport. You could have competitions and skills, and I mean, shit.
Yeah, rolling cigars. Can you imagine if they introduced that as the new Olympic sport? Rolling cigars, calling it cigars. Because every time they have a new sport in the Olympics, that might be a sport now. Cigars.
Yeah,
If
boxing.
they can have badminton as a freaking sport. They definitely can have cigars as a sport.
I remember there was an episode of The Simpsons, right, where Homer went to Cuba, and in the middle, they were driving to meet Fidel Castro, and out in the open, they had two boxers smoking cigars and boxing. I thought that was funny. They were smoking cigars and boxing at the same time.
Damn.
Yo, yeah, I seen that. I would be down for that. Just getting it done, it's multitasking. Just out here, we ain't trying to waste no time.
She remember says, "I practice rolling daily."
Yeah.
Rolling.
she's she's like Allen Iverson. We talking about practice?
Practice. Oh, yeah, man. Trust me. Let me ask you, being that you are 420, what do you prefer, paper or cigar, or blunts or paper?
Bong.
Bong?
And if it's paper, it's cellulose. Look it up. It's clear. They're clear rolling paper, cellulose.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I used to do
It's plant.
JOB
What's it?
145.
It's plant cell walls. So plant cells.
So they smoke
like
from the plant cell walls?
Yeah. So yeah, if you look at a plant real close, its cellular structure, the walls are like squares. They're like solid. I think they're rectangle actually, or something like that, or hexagon or something. But they're like solid. So the cellulose is the plants. It's like that wall. It's like it's that actual wall of the plant cell. So it's that's why it's clear.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I found
Are they
those.
expensive? They expensive?
No, hell no, they're cheap. And they're really good because they work both ways. You don't have to have one side that has the gum residue on it. The whole thing is made out of that.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't leave them in your car. You can't leave them in your car.
I'm surprised a lot of people don't use them.
I used to love.
Yeah, I know. I'm the only one that ever shows up with them. But hold on, I'm used to that. I'm used to that though. I'm used to being the only one showing up with something.
Back in the day, I used to love grape Dutches, and then I used to love the way the room used to smell right afterwards.
Oh yeah. I liked honey Dutches, green leaves. That was back in the day right there. That was 2004 or 5,
Yeah, I was around the same time.
6, 7. It's back when we were cool.
Man, we used to fumigate the house, boy. That shit was.
People don't know about them drive-in movie theaters. They used to be lit, dude.
That's throwback right there.
Drive-in movie
Drive-in
theaters
movie theaters is
used to
just like
be
the old
lit,
Florida,
dude.
man.
By the way,
Man.
what's your go-to munchie food if you have any? Listen,
I don't know. I mean, I'm up for anything, whatever's at my house, honestly. Cereal is a good one. Spaghetti is good, but I don't know.
I used to
honey
one of my
bun.
favorite things to do. I'll get a glass this big of cow milk, whole milk, whatever, whole milk, and Entenmann's donuts.
Yeah, I was gonna say donuts. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
honey bun.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, honey bun, definitely.
Oh yeah, Taco Bell, definitely Taco
honey
Bell.
Bun. Put it in there for 30 seconds in the microwave. Maybe that's too long. Well, I'm nice and hot.
Oh yeah, there's nothing like it, dude.
Good old honey bun.
Man, the entire
chalupa.
fridge.
Oh, you go to Taco Bell and get a couple chalupas, game over, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Joe Riz says the entire fucking fridge.
Steak and Shake is number one munchie food. Steak and Shake.
All of my kids' snacks. Goddamn.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. That is where it's at, though. That is where it's at.
I'm a snack, even though I'm not a smoker. Popcorn is my biggest weakest link. I can eat at any time of day. Man.
I'll sit down and eat like 30 strawberries.
I've done that with when it comes to like pomegranate and grapes and stuff.
Yeah, same here, dude. I just killed
like nothing.
Oh, me too.
Dude, since the last show, I killed like a big ass plate of grapes. I bought like 4 bags. I bought grapes.
And definitely crazy. Watermelon is on that list too for me. I could cut a half of it down there like no problem.
Honey Crisp apples. I could kill some Honey Crisp apples.
Yes, yeah.
I love Honey Crisp apples.
Bananas are good.
I could just gorge on them. That's my gorge feed right there.
Almonds,
watermelon,
almonds,
grapes.
Walnuts. Yeah, I like almonds. They're good for you.
Yeah,
are good food.
I'm like that when it comes to sunflower seeds. Almonds too, but mostly sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds. I can gorge on them too. Especially sunflower seeds. That's like my all-time favorite seed.
I used to chew those a lot when I played baseball.
24-hour Mickey D's. By the way, if you go to McDonald's, what would you say is your go-to? My go-to is chicken nuggets with the whatchamacallit, McDouble double cheeseburger. And you know what I would do? I'll get in between. I'll put a chicken nugget in between the two cheeseburgers.
No, I'd be putting my fries.
Yeah, you really up you up the amount of protein on that one, Shake. Nuggets in between the cheeseburgers.
I stuff my burgers with fries.
Damn.
Stuff fries, a bunch of fries.
Yeah, I would probably do something like that, like some the waffle fries.
I love Honey Taste Crisps.
Honey Crisp. Honey Crisp, okay. Now I like that dipped in caramel, Honey Crisp.
Actually, if they don't have Honey Crisp, I like my second choice would be Fiji.
Fiji apple. Oh man, they so good.
Yeah, Fiji
or
Honey
so
Crisp.
Yeah, Fiji apples are good.
Now Granny Smith is perfect with caramel.
I was gonna say Mama Sweet, but I meant Granny Smith.
Yeah. Granny Smith, Mama Sweet. Yep, Granny Smith's with caramel dipping. You melt that caramel, put some of them roasted peanuts. Oh man, it's good.
Do you? By the way, do you dip your fries in the Frosty?
In Frosty? The fries?
No. I'll dip my fries in honey before it's either ketchup or sometimes I'll dip them in honey.
Hot sauce for me. It's like the Texas Pete hot sauce for me.
I used to like to switch it up. If I got chicken nuggets and fries, I dip both of them in honey or ketchup.
I don't even do the honey when it comes to any kind of fries or nothing like that.
Chicken tenders are
'Cause
really good
I
with
normally
honey.
get either dip it in barbecue sauce or hot sauce. That's what I do. Barbecue is my go-to when it comes to dips like that. That kind of any chicken or even fries, I dip in barbecue sauce. It's real good with pepper. Oh man, pepper. You get some nice black pepper, and some Himalayan salt, and some barbecue sauce. You could probably eat that with anything. You probably eat that with a bowl of cereal, man. It's that good. Hey, Shake,
Yes, sir.
you ever tried the barbecue horse ankles?
No, I've never had that.
What? No, come on, Crypto. What are you talking about here?
It's good.
I don't know if I can eat an ankle from anything, man.
Oh, actually, Craig Sebring. I love the double Whopper, mayo, no onions, cut in half with fries, and the
Cut in half.
yeah, I cut my half. Hell yeah.
What?
That shit-
What are you at? Chili's?
Hell yeah, I cut that shit in half. And the Hershey silk pie. Hell yeah.
Oh man.
He said honey silk pie, baby.
90 ankles.
Yes, some,
Ain't
dude.
nothing ankles.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's not happening. Yeah. Well, hold on. What did you say,
Made me
Crypto? You
fat.
said what did you say? You said bison ankles.
No horse ankles.
Horse ankles.
They did. You actually had horse ankles?
No, I did have squid though before, like calamari, chopped up in different pieces. But
Even
I've
squid
had
is far from me, but I'll have that before I
rabbit,
have anything ankle.
ankles,
No.
pig feet. Hey, it's
The-
right there. The ankles are
last
right
time-
there. You might as
the
well
last
have the
time-
whole thing. You know?
The last time, the time whenever I think about ankles being eaten, I think about those dudes that crashed in Colorado and had to eat the dude.
Yeah.
No, that episode of The Simpsons where like they ate the guy and they're like, "How do you know we did it?" And his teeth fall out and his teeth keep rolling and land on the dude's leg and it like matches perfect with the bite.
Hey, you're right. Mudbone Himalayan salt is the best salt out of all of them. Yes, that's
yeah.
my
It is,
go-to salt.
Well, it's the most. It's like has the most. It has really good
Minerals.
iron. Yeah,
The
it has.
most
It has
minerals
like the
are
most.
inside of it.
Yeah, it has really absorbable minerals.
Yep, pretty much all of the minerals that's inside of it is fully absorbable by the body. It's perfect, man. It's like
Well,
it's
because
my go-to salt.
it was
I don't
from
like
when the
I don't like
ocean.
running out.
It was from when the ocean was a lot saltier,
Right. Yes, and it just kind of
and it
I guess
was the mountains that came up.
when the
like
mountains came
yeah.
up, yeah,
Hey,
and it just all dried out. Yeah.
check this out.
What's that?
That's my Himalayan salt.
Himalayan salt.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a go-to.
Why ain't it Himalayan?
Hmm.
Sea salt is good too.
Well, Himalayan is a form of it, though, Shake. It's just a different type of sea salt.
Yeah, I once had a lion burger. What the hell? Hey, listen.
No.
Lion burger. There we
Hey,
go.
No.
You got barbecue
you
horse
remember-
ankles with lion burgers and skunk tails.
Damn, man, a lion burger.
Mix it all up with mix it in the stew. You got yourself a nice
Damn.
Hey, check
Hakuna
this out.
Matata.
I remember.
That's what
Listen,
it's called.
I remember you bringing up Wooback. Wooback has a channel called I Can,
Who's
and so in Australia they celebrate Radaman. What it's called? Radaman.
They eat kangaroos.
You mean
down
the
there.
Islamic holiday?
No,
Ramadan?
but there is in Australia. There's a lot of Muslims in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
They celebrate Radaman wherever they fast.
Ramadan.
So after the fast, they have a big food festival, and one of the booths was serving camel burgers.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
exactly. Yeah, they do have camel burgers in the Middle East. Yes.
Damn.
You're right, Jake. Yep. They do make camel burgers after. Yep.
Oh,
That is on the
dude.
menu. That is a menu item. Yep, camel
Yeah,
I
burger.
mean, it's where those
Yeah.
animals are from.
I guess they
so
ground them up. Yeah, exactly. Because it's everything in
I
the
don't
world.
necessarily. I don't think I could eat a camel
Just
burger.
like people
burgers
eat
are fire.
ferrets and shit. I don't eat ferrets. I can't eat
I don't
weasels and shit.
ferret. Oh
I
man, I don't
cannot
know
eat a
if I could
ferret
eat
or
it.
weasel. Screw that. I'm like, that's too close to rats.
I'll just go
That's like
vegan.
eating a rat.
I'll just give me a salad. All
Or
right, I'm
mongoose.
good. Just give
Who's
me a
gonna eat a
salad.
weasel? I mean, that's like eating weasels, mongoose, rats, beavers.
I can't do
I
it.
can't do that. There's like nothing
Can't
close
do
to
it.
a freaking
Hey, give me
rodent. I'm
that
not
camel
doing
burger with no hump.
it. Camel burger with you eat camel toes?
Yeah.
No, oh yeah. All right. You got me there. You got me. What can I
Yeah.
say?
I had a cousin that came from Cuba. About I want to say
Mm,
a little in the early 2000s. He came from Cuba in the early 2000s,
right.
and he told me that because red meat is hard to get in Cuba. He said he loved donkey meat.
They
It's
don't have
tender.
cow. They don't have a lot of cows in Cuba.
Goddamn.
Well,
donkey
no, I
meat.
mean it's red meat. You're only
Mhm.
allowed to have like once a year.
Oh yeah,
What?
you said that on your
Is that
birthday,
a
right, or something
religious
like
For your
that.
thing?
birthday.
On your
No,
birthday, right?
it's a law thing.
But
You only can get it for your birthday.
yeah, but
And
why? Is
listen,
it
But
and check this out.
what
And
if you go to the
why?
store with your license? Can you do it
and
then?
here's the thing: the government goes to your house and inspects your refrigerator.
But
That is
why?
insane.
Because they don't have a lot
That
of
is definitely
cows.
truly
I don't
no,
know.
not owning your own property.
Well, hold on.
Inspecting
Yeah, but
people's fridge. God damn.
that's what is it called? Their government.
What Castro set up?
Bullshit.
Yeah, their government is what is
Bullshit.
it called? No, it's called
Bullshit.
Talking
communism.
about
That's
communism.
communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have no private property. That's truly the
Right,
definition
it's
of it.
communism.
Not
That's what
owning
it's
private
like,
property.
dude. That's what it's like.
Yeah, the ownership of the means of production is controlled by
Yeah,
the state.
yeah. It's
Means they
crazy.
go in and check your fridge, like Shane
Yeah,
just said.
exactly.
But they're either I don't even know they do that in Vietnam style communism or China. I never heard of Chinese people just checking in people's fridges. That's like a whole next level communism there. Holy cow, going in your fridge?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's definitely the absence of private property there. My God. But yeah, I'm not, I never heard stories of Chinese government doing that though. It's wild. Damn. Castro is brutal.
The only Chinese government story I know of is this dude. He was a senior director at Snapchat. I met him here in Seattle, hung out with him a couple times, but he was
Mhm.
working. He was like there working for Snapchat,
At
and he
Snapchat?
said that
Okay.
since homelessness is illegal there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so if you're homeless, like they take you away, and what he
Your
said is
credit score.
they dispose of people.
Oh no, they do that. I know what country you talking about. You talking about in Turkey, not Turkey. Duterte in
No, he was in
Indonesia,
China.
in
He said he was
Philippines.
in
The
mainland
Philippines do that
China.
too. Yeah, I heard about that in the Philippines too. What
It's just
Duterte,
crazy.
their dictator there, Duterte,
Mm-hmm.
round up people on the street and dispose of them, of all the people that's either on drugs or either homeless. They penalize you for being homeless or poor.
It's just crazy,
And
dude.
Duterte do that in the Philippines. I'm like, God damn, the Philippines. I was just talking about going to the Philippines. It's like you might want to think twice about going to the Philippines. You get caught up in some stuff. Don't let them
Yeah,
think you're
nah,
poor.
you'd be fine,
They might
dude.
they
Dude,
might dispose
hotels
of you.
there are like $4 a night,
Yeah,
$8 a night.
but can the citizens afford it?
No, I'm saying for you it would be
For
$4.
me, yeah, $4 a night for me, yeah, but yeah. So yeah, so I guess as long as I stay in the regular districts, like where most people go, tourists go
No,
or
I know
whatever,
some people from Philippines. It's
in the
pretty. It's
Philippines.
Lots of lady boys there.
Oh, oh, Shiva Army been there. Damn, they in the Philippines. Damn, I didn't know that. I don't know if they're a Muslim country or not. I forgot their demographics as far as their religion go. Do they have a? I don't know if they have a state religion like they do in the Middle East or
I think
Egypt
they're
or not.
Christian. I think they're Christian in
It's a
Philippines.
Christian nation. Okay,
Yeah, I'm pretty
that's what I
sure
thought.
that.
But I don't think they like
I don't know if it's.
controlled by the church though.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think there's just a lot of missionaries there.
Yeah, they do missionary. A lot of missionary. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mudbone says the best steak he ate was bison steak. I would like to try that.
Yeah, bison
burgers
steak
are
is
pretty
good. Yeah, you can get it at Whole Foods. Y'all got Whole Foods in Florida?
I think so.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it there, Shake. It's probably gonna be like $13 a pound, but it's good. It's worth it. It's good. Like it's like last time I checked, last price I checked was like $13 a pound for a pound of bison. You can get you can make like 3 burgers. You probably could squeeze 4 good, nice sized burgers out of it. Get a pound out of it. You can make 4 patties out of a pound. So yeah, you should be okay for $13. Not bad. Well, it's good. It cooks fast though. You got to pay attention to when you cook it. So the minute you throw it on, be ready to take it off because it's so lean. You gotta make sure you be careful when you throw it on the grill or throw it on an open fire or whatever, however you want to do it.
Oh man, this sounds good. Jerk deer on the grill. Oh man.
There you go.
Oh,
you say jerky.
by the way,
jerking his deer. He's jerking off his deer.
Yeah, jerk off his deer. Hey, by the way, listen.
Damn.
If you're into wine, that I would recommend some good Alsatian from Alsace, France, Gewürztraminer. What's up, EM?
Yeah.
Look who's rolling around.
What's up? Oh man, who's that? I'm trying to figure out who this guy is. A new guy in the community?
Yes, he's a new guy. Yeah.
New guy in the community. Yeah.
My man
Welcome.
is in Arkansas right now. Happy Father's Day, EM. I hope you and your family are doing well.
Oh, what up, EM?
Yep. Happy Father's Day. Yep.
Another Dolphins fan and
out in Arkansas. Is it Arkansas or Arkansas?
In the middle of the country.
They always used to make fun of the people that come up from Little Rock. You're not from Arkansas. You from Arkansas. Y'all some Kansas folks. Y'all them Arkansas folks. Yeah. And which is weird because they on the other side of the Mississippi. When you think about it, Kansas is on the other side. I guess the Kansas River passes through the other side to go back down to Arkansas.
All right, let me ask you this then. Barbecue, right? What's your go-to barbecue?
I'm going to say the Carolina barbecue.
Well, now what do
KC barbecue is good too.
Ribs.
Are you talking about the sauce? I'm going with the sauce. I thought you were talking about the barbecue sauce. Yeah, it would be the Carolina, but the ribs, no, ribs is off my list now.
I like steak. Listen, steak.
I'm going to go with a steak burger.
Steak is king, no matter what.
It's steak burger.
The reason I don't like ribs is because there's not enough meat, man. Or brisket. Oh hell yeah, brisket.
It all depends on the brisket. Is it beef brisket or pork brisket? Which one?
Beef brisket. Hell yeah, I'm taking beef on 10 out of 10. Okay. With some mac and cheese, biscuits.
Have you took the meat off the brisket, put it on the bun, and put the macaroni on the bun and eat it?
Not yet.
Yeah, you should try that.
Sweet baby rays on ribs.
It's basically a macaroni burger with brisket. That's basically all it is.
You remember?
That's all it is.
Remember when Carl Weathers played this movie called Action Jackson? One of the movies, like, hey, how do you want your ribs? The guy he had a flamethrower. And the line was, "How do you like your ribs?"
How you like me now? Yeah. Damn.
Action Jackson.
But
I
that
think that's
brisket is nice though.
Action Jackson is probably like one of the most underrated movies out there.
It is. Who's that with Carl Weathers?
Yeah, Carl Weathers, Action Jackson.
Yeah, Carl Weathers. Yeah, that is an underrated movie. Yeah, I think about it. That was one of my mother's favorite actors, Weathers. Of course, with Billy D. Williams, and there's
Billy
another
D.
one. Yeah, they were like her favorites. Yeah, Action Jackson. Remember DC Cab?
Hell yeah. Oh, white ass bread, chicken shit, Hockenberry.
Yeah.
DC Cavs. Hell yeah. That was definitely one of the
Yeah, DC Cab. Yeah, I was. You know what? You might can find that on the Superbox Antenna TV. I'm sure.
and you could rent that on YouTube for $3.99.
Oh yeah, DC Cab.
No,
What they selling? What they renting on YouTube? That should be free. DC Cab should be free.
huh?
DC Cab should be free.
No, they rent it on YouTube. They have certain movies, unfortunately.
No, you should be able to watch that for free on the Superbox.
Yeah, probably. DC Cabs. Yeah, I remember
that Taxi. All of them.
Yeah, that was with yeah, you could buy or rent it on YouTube for $3.99. For $3.79. Oh, there's a high definition. That's with Mr. T. Mr. T's in it.
With the woods in DC Cab, right?
Yeah, DC Cab, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, B.A. Baracus. Actually, that was his 18 name, but yeah.
My boy says DC Cab, you're showing your age. Damn right.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm about to turn over to the next century, the next half century after next week. Next Thursday,
you're hitting 50 next year, right? 50?
No, this Thursday. Next Thursday.
Oh, that's right. Next Thursday you're gonna be 50, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. The half century mark, man. Yep. So I'll be going into my second half century since I've completed the first half century.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. We got you asked for trouble. We got it right here. Ian, what's going on, my man?
Trouble. Hey, what's good? What's good, gentlemen? Salute.
Salute to you, man.
What's happening?
Man, it's boy, I tell you, it's nothing like true country living. I tell you, down here at my pops out here in the middle of nowhere out in the country.
Okay, he's out in the sticks, huh?
Oh yeah, it's nothing like true. This is true country living. True, like.
Oh, it is. So he's really isolated, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like where I tell people all the time, I live kind of out and about, back home in Texas, but no, this is true country living right here, bro. Like you driving by, you drive by people's properties and everything, and they got cows and horses and shit all in their yards and everything. You know what I mean? So it's true country living. There's nothing like it though. There's nothing like it.
So it's good, certain people own farms nearby that their cattle be grazing and stuff near your father's property and all that stuff. Oh
yeah, it's one guy. It's one dude. He lives a little further down the hill from where my pops lives, and he has like he people come and they purchase. He's got a processing plant all on his property. Everything he raises the cows. Mm-hmm. And he's got a processing plant on his property. And so you drive by, it's like I don't even know how many. It's like thousands of cows, bro. Like he owns like
Damn.
yeah,
Crazy.
oh yeah, he got it like that. Like his whole family, his family owns like I don't even know how many acres that is. It's probably like 50 acres, I would say.
50,
And
yeah. They need space to graze. They gotta have a lot.
Yeah. So they got them all boxed in and everything, and they raise them, they raise them up, and he's got like I said, they own the processing plant and everything, dude. You go down there and
so he has his own beef station that does what supermarkets come by from him directly and stuff like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So he got it like that, bro. So yeah.
Damn.
But
yeah, that's definitely
that's a whole different level, bro. Whole nother level of living. You know what I mean? Right. So definitely I'll never get to that level, but I'm good. But damn, it'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
So
let's get to that scale. Like, man,
I know, right?
Having your own plant and everything. Shit.
But yeah, it's nothing like true country living though out here. And I mean, literally, like if my pops didn't have all his property is pretty lit up, but if he turned all the lights out, you literally couldn't see like your hand in front of your face. It's like that, you know what I mean? So, but it's quiet, you know what I mean? It's always good to just come here and to get away and everything. So, but yeah, it's cool. So what's good, gentlemen? What's going on?
None,
What the word is.
Nothing, just pretty much a slow news day on the dolphin scene.
Yeah, I've been kind of off the grid, you know what I mean? And so I hadn't is that me?
What's
his
name still on the team? No.
What's that background noise?
That might be you.
Is it still going?
Hang on. No. Well, I hear it's like no, it went away. Yeah. So but yeah, I kind of been off the grid for a minute, for a little bit. And
you don't be on the internet like that?
No. No. I've been off the internet. So yeah, I'm hearing that. It might be. Let me back out and come back in. It might be me, bro.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it could have been something in the background. Yeah. Yeah. I'm living out in the sticks, boy. I'll tell you, boy, what you call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
I hear you.
Y'all don't hear any static or anything like that?
No, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, it's clear now. So yeah, that might have been me. But yeah, gentlemen, I kind of been off the grid for a little bit, for a minute. So I've been, watching YouTube and all that type shit, but I hadn't really, I hadn't had my ear to the ground like I normally do. So yeah, what's going on, man? What the word is? Y'all hearing anything? And what's going on with this Jalen Ramsey shit and Jonnu Smith situation?
He's still on the team, so
yeah, he's still hanging tight. He's just waiting to be dealt, pretty much, and then he'll give us his 30 for 30 on Mike McDaniel. That's pretty much it. He's just waiting for the news to say, "Hey, I can go ahead and chop him up."
Any word on where he might end up? Any conversation going on?
Might end up? No, I think I may have heard something about the not the Eagles. It was the either the Raiders or the Cowboys. Them the only two ones I heard.
Oh, the Raiders popped up. Really? Really?
Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine him there with and going to because they got Darius Slay, right? Nick Fitzpatrick, the guy that was for us, Elliott.
Oh, Slay went to them?
Yeah, going to the Steelers. Mika Fitzpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
They already
Matt
got Joey
Beckford.
Porter. Joey Porter Jr. is there too.
Mhm.
Pro
Joey
Bowl
Porter
caliber,
Jr.
Pro Bowl caliber corner.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be a heck of a secondary.
That'd be a hell of an addition right there, boy.
Yeah,
mm.
to add him with Mika and
So
that'd be
is that
crazy.
so that is that speculation on your part, Shake? Or you heard that?
Just
You heard that?
speculation.
Oh,
I was just
okay.
saying that would be a good fit for him.
Oh hell yeah, that'd be nice. The defense is already
it would.
loaded. You know, the defense is already loaded. So
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers don't have to do shit. Aaron Rodgers, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
He just sit there and manage the team. That's
Mhm.
basically he just be strictly game manager at that point.
I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe he was, kind of jerking Tomlin around a little bit in the Steelers. But when he actually signed, I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's not for a cheap
He's probably
contract
just
too.
trying to see.
yeah, he
He's just
gave him
trying
a
to see what the
discount.
money was like. Yeah.
Yeah, he gave him a discount too. I know he might not be the Aaron Rodgers of 5, maybe 6, 7 years ago, but he's definitely an upgrade considering what they had. You know what I mean? He's an
Right, from
upgrade over.
what they went to. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
definitely
so
upgrade.
it's going to be him and Skylar Thompson battling for QB1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure Pete gonna have his Skylar Thompson pom poms out. Well, I wonder.
Yeah.
Because that's his guy. So
Yeah. Pete gonna be on that. He's ready to do that 24-hour stream when Skylar gets announced the week 1 starter.
Skylar,
oh man, if you imagine,
Skylar.
Can you imagine the shows Pete would have if Skylar actually beat out Aaron Rodgers for the
I
job?
know, right?
We would not hear the end of it.
Skylar. I believe in Skylar so much. That man been talking and hyping up Skylar for 3 years, bro. I know that had to hurt him. When he got the news, I know that had to kill him.
We would not hear the end of Pete if he won that job from Aaron Rodgers.
Crutch, which is Quentin Ewers. That's his
What's
new
that?
crutch.
Oh, is he hyping Quentin Ewers now?
Yeah.
That's his guy now? Oh, okay. Oh.
He's Dan Marino-esque.
I think he's Mahomes 2.0. He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
And the Texas Texas crew. Mahomes and him both came from Texas.
Well, I'm gonna definitely say this. Considering his track record on calling quarterbacks, I'm gonna definitely pay attention to that Quentin Ewers situation. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna definitely take that in consideration. Because Pete one thing Pete does know, he knows quarterbacks for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Pete's been spot on with the QBs, man.
That man has been on point. He's been on point. So we'll see. So, but yeah, I knew it was just a matter of time, before Pete either hopped on the Quinn Ewers train or the Zach Wilson train. So either one. So yeah, we'll see how things shake out though. That's funny. That is hilarious. So yeah, gentlemen. Yeah, it won't be long now though. Training camp will be here before we know it. Like we're already almost to the midway point through June. So it's just a matter of time.
Mini camps right after the holiday, right after the 4th.
Yeah.
It first mini camp in I think July 9th or something like that.
Yeah. It won't be long now. So
then boom, before you know it, we got the Hall of Fame game. That definitely officially kicks everything off. Once we get to that Hall of Fame game, we good.
Who is that playing in the Hall of Fame game this year?
I want to say the Bears this year.
Is it the Bears?
Yeah, okay. I think the Bears got it this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shake. I think the Bears got it this year.
And by the way, real quick, I just want to I like to take somebody to memory lane real quick. All right. Let me see if I have it here. Let me see. God damn it! Why the hell? I hate when I'm used to used to seeing something. What the hell is it? Okay, here it is. History. Okay. Boom, boom. All right. This is one of my favorite clips that I clipped because it was it's such a classic. Hold on, let me put on my headphones. All right. Anyway, you probably can hear it. Hold on. Let me share it right quick. Give me 1 second. But continue talking. I'll play it when I'm ready to go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of yeah, I've been paying attention to the Dolphins, but I'm still trying to. What's really got my attention is this whole Kevin Durant possibility might be coming to San Antonio. It's like one day San
So are
Antonio
they
is
talking
like,
about how much numbers? Because he's a supermax guy, right? When Phoenix paying him the supermax
yeah,
for the rest
he
of his contract.
like the team that he wants to go to is Spurs are in the mix, and it's only two teams that he was signing an extension because San Antonio had already agreed that they would pay him for 2 years, but it's the compensation. San Antonio don't want to give up too much, you know what I mean, and pay him.
All right,
So-
here you go. Here's the clip. All right, let's with no further ado, let's play the clip.
Benjamin is in the chat saying he's been there when Pete has gatekeep other people like EM and others. He's been there.
Yeah.
Pete is a gatekeeper, bro. It is
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is. He just he's
You gotta have
gatekeeper.
talent. You gotta have. You know what? You gotta have talent. You gotta be football knowledge, and you can't be labeled a two a
And
year.
you're talking about you and Fred, and you're talking about
Me and
talent.
Fred.
You and Fred.
No,
Me and Fred.
I got
Fred is one of
Oh,
the-
that is
another breaking news. Hey, Fred about to be gatekeep too.
that is hilarious.
Mr. Park, did you hear that shit?
That is hilarious.
Mr. Park, did you just hear what Pete said? Pete said talent and then mentioned himself and Fred in the same breath. Are you kidding me?
That is hilarious.
He's looking for
Oh
talent.
my god! Yeah, that is hilarious.
That was a good one.
When did that happen? I don't remember that. When was that?
That was like last year. This time last year.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And here I am trying to end the war with Pete. Right? I'm really trying with Pete. And next thing I know, I hear that. You know what I mean? I mean, damn, you can't win. You cannot win at all. So it is what it is.
He's looking for talent.
You can't be labeled a two and near.
You can't be labeled a two in there. You gotta have football knowledge.
Yeah. He said you gotta have talent. You gotta have football knowledge. And then he mentions himself, him and Fred as the guy. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Cool.
That was classic.
Now, at least Fred's worth. Well, Fred is a connoisseur in breaking jaws. I give him that. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. But but what is Pete's talent? What talent does Pete have?
Yeah. Pete said he at the top of the game now.
Yeah.
Oh man. He said he was talent. He looking for some talent.
That is funny. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's classic right there.
Oh man, listen.
That's a good one.
We'll play it one more time.
That was
other people like EM and others. He's been there.
Oh, yeah.
Pete is a gatekeeper, bro. It is what it is. He's gatekeeping.
You gotta have talent. You gotta have. You know what? You gotta have talent. You gotta be football knowledge, and you can't be labeled a two a year.
And you're talking about you and Fred, and you're talking about
Me
talent.
and
Fred.
I got another breaking news. Hey, Fred about to be gatekeep too.
Mr. Park.
Yeah.
Mr. Park.
By the way, you know I'm clipping this, right?
No.
Mr. Park, did you just hear what Pete said? Pete said talent and then mentioned himself and Fred in the same breath. Are you kidding me?
No, but here's the thing, Lou.
Benjamin is in the chat saying he.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Damn, Pete,
man.
that hurt my feelings. God damn, Pete said I'm talentless. I'm known as a two and near, and
no football knowledge.
And no football knowledge. Wow,
man, that's the trifecta.
Right, man.
That was a trifecta right there.
Wow,
He
man,
hit you with the trifecta. No knowledge,
yeah.
too lyric, and no
That
talent.
that hurt my feelings, dog. And here I am trying to end the
God
war with
damn.
Pete. Damn, I thought we was good. You know, I put. You know, I've been put my. That's probably why I hadn't heard from him because I've been put that application in. You know, I've been trying to get that job over there, but he I guess that's why I hadn't heard from him.
Listen, you're replacing crypto, so that's big shoes you got to fill in.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, but
So-
anyway, listen, I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta do some. I definitely got some stuff I want to talk backstage. So.
Oh, damn! You
All right.
wrapping? You starting to closing it down? Shit. Okay, that's what's up.
You know, I only do 2 hours on this because
You
we
gotta
do a
cut it out.
podcast on it. We do it. We do it on
Spotify.
Yeah.
Right,
Spotify,
it's for the
Apple.
Spotify thing.
Remember to get your podcast. So
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
but
All right. Well, shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody always, and shout out to everybody in the chat that's always pulling up. You know,
Yeah.
late at
Doris
you know
said
this
you're
time of
right.
night showing
You
y'all
always
love,
wrap
man.
it up.
So
Mm-hmm.
Come backstage if you want to, Joe Wrist. Here's the link one more time.
what do you say? You should always wrap it up. Oh, that's funny. Oh shit. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I don't know what that means. I hadn't had that problem in quite some time. So hey,
All right,
it is
y'all,
what
man.
it is.
We out here.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out there.